Branson is 16 months old now. He's walking and talking, not all decipherable words, but some of his favorites are dad, mom, apple, car, truck, ball, and definitely please. He is very happy, but there are a lot of things about being a 1-year-old that are just simply frustrating. You can't walk upstairs, you have to crawl. You can't tell mom if you feel sick or if you have a headache. You can't dress yourself and you can't blow your own nose. Very frustrating. So last week, someone sent me a super interesting article called How Inuit Parents Teach Their Kids to Control Anger. Because the people who live above the Arctic Circle spend much time indoors during winter, parents teach their children at a very young age that anger is futile and wastes energy. In fact, being frustrated or irritated is considered a sign of weakness. There was some really good stuff in the article. Like, one of my favorites is using stories as a form of discipline and to demonstrate the point that you as an educator or parent are trying to make. Another point was teaching kids not to shout when they want something. Shouting makes your blood pressure go up. And also shouting can teach kids to be angry and that yelling solves problems. So from a perspective of faith, we might call this behavior being a peacemaker, like not getting angry, right? But there is something about all this that just sounds a little unrealistic to me. I mean, aren't there times when it's right to disagree? Like, get a little upset? I'm not saying this to be judgmental of this centuries-old form of education. I'm just saying this from the perspective of wanting to raise Branson to be able to stand up for what he believes in and to not just get pushed around with every new thought that comes along. Chris and I are hoping to instill a faith in Branson, a faith that hopefully manages to dictate the actions of his life. And I'm not talking about a quiet, self-satisfying, personally edifying faith. Will that mean that there are times when he will just simply have to disagree with people? Well, yeah, because that has certainly been the case in my life. Maybe he will have to raise his voice once in a while if he sees someone who is weaker that is being picked on. Then I certainly hope that his blood pressure does go up a little, if something is wrong. So I guess I'm gonna leave this one as a question. What is the balance between being a peacemaker but not being a pushover? Oh, and just one more thought. If the mark of being a good parent is not ever yelling, I have already failed the test. I mean, that train has long left the station.